Buying a home is more than just a transaction. It's a journey. And for many, it can feel overwhelming, confusing, and even a little scary. But hey, you're not alone. Welcome to From Rents to Roots, Homeownership with Work Hard Mortgage, where we share real stories from real people who have navigated the home buying process. In each episode, we sit down with first-time homebuyers, industry experts, and real estate professionals to talk about the challenges, surprises, and lessons they've learned along the way. If you're dreaming of owning a home but don't know where to start, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Welcome to From Rents to Roots, where we get to hear some cool stories about home ownership and how people are able to get there and stuff. And I'd like to welcome Shawna.
Hi.
And Demba.
Thank you.
And obviously we got Brett here too. So grateful to have you guys.
The man.
Yes, he is. We like Brett. Anyhow, so thank you for coming on. Let's kind of introduce you guys here first. Shawna, you're a realtor, right?
Yes.
And so how long you been doing real estate? What got you into, go ahead.
So I've been doing real estate about 4.5 years. Before I did real estate, I did hair and makeup for 25 years.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. And just due to back injuries and the toll it took on my body, I moved over to real estate. I felt like it would be a good transition as far as I loved being a part of everybody's, or of my clients' decisions.
Sure.
Like weddings, baby showers, funerals. You're a part of the biggest parts of their lives.
Yes.
And I love people. I love their stories. I love helping them feel the best that they can. So it felt like a natural transition to come over to real estate because I'd already built so many relationships.
Yeah.
And I still get to be a part of their major life decisions, but on a bigger level almost. And it's really fulfilling. And it's been a wild ride, but it's been a good one.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And I've been lucky enough to work with you almost that whole time.
Almost.
Pretty close to
I think you met me maybe a year and a half into it. Yeah.
And she's great. Does all the right things, great with her clients.
Thank you.
Hey, we like working with only the best realtors, right? So
Yeah, and I think one of the things that I do differently, maybe just because of my background, is I really hate feeling super pressury or salesy.
Sure.
I don't want somebody to be a number.
Yep.
They're a human being making very big decisions.
Yes.
And it's very emotional and it's very stressful. So if I can take some of the decision fatigue out of that or hold their hand through it and really just humanize the whole side of it instead of making it about a number, then that's kind of my goal.
Love that. So we got another guest here.
Yes.
So maybe introduce, how did you guys get to know each other?
This is Demba. Demba, I think you signed up on my website.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he was a lead from a website, but we started talking and getting to know each other and traded information. I just checked in with him every so often and invited him to a lot of our events and things. And about a year later, was it about a year?
Yes.
He messaged me and said, I'm ready to go. And so we kind of hit the ground running. It was really cool.
And so talk to me about that year. So you were on the website first for a year, exploring buying a home and stuff like that then, right? So talk to me about that year. What did you do in that year time? And the reason I'm asking is because a lot of people, home ownership is scary, right?
So being the first time.
Exactly, yeah. So talk to me about that part of things.
So first of all, I will introduce myself.
Go ahead,
I'm
yes.
Demba Camara. I'm from the Gambia. It's a teeny tiny country. It's the smallest country in mainland Africa.
Okay.
Wow.
Over 2 million people.
Okay.
I've been to the United States July 22nd, 2009. Yes.
Okay, so you've been here a little while now.
Yeah. So when I first came to America, home was cheaper, buying a home by then.
Yes.
I wanted to buy a house, but since I was little, we were not very unfortunate. My mom, we live in 2-bedroom house. I have 4 or 5 siblings. We all live in 2 little stuff. So since I was little, I was like, I want to buy them a house.
Yeah.
So when I came here, I've been working 2 jobs. I could have buy a house here, but I said I must first buy a house for my mother.
Yeah.
So I end up buying a big plot of land, $7,000.
Yeah.
Able to build a 5-bedroom house.
Didn't you say it was the size of a football field?
Like it's half of a soccer field.
Okay.
Wow.
Pretty amazing.
And there's no monthly payment. It's yours for life. It's cheaper than.
That's great.
So after taking care of that, now I said, this is now it's my turn now to get my own house.
Yeah.
But it was tough. I already have a wife, kids, and every month you have to take care of them to send them money for their.
Because they were still.
Yeah.
They were still in Africa.
Yeah, they were still in Africa. So it was tough. It was hard to save money, and I have few friends here. I call them. We all come together. It is tough to save money here with all the bills. You have family and you have to send money to Africa. I call all of them, about 20 of them. We do what we call Susu. Every week I will give out $500 to Brett. You give Brett $500. So about 20, 30 of us. Brett will take all the money and give it to you. So next Friday we all bring money to Brett. Brett will give the money this time to me. So when it was time for me to receive the money, I say, I'm not going to blow this up. I'm not going to put it in my hand for 1 week. Mm-hmm. And then the moment I got the money, I contacted. I think I'm ready.
Yeah, the moment he knew that it was coming.
Yeah, I am a first-time home buyer. I'm very inexperienced. I have nothing what I'm getting into. Yeah. So I need your help.
Yeah.
And it's been awesome.
Good.
Yes, it's been a great help.
Good. So you were able to do that once you had that down payment saved then, and that came from, you said, a network of friends.
Yeah,
is that right?
Local banking, traditional banking.
Yeah.
So as on the lending side, it was really interesting because
we'd never seen
did some research out online.
Like
and it was before ChatGPT.
Sure,
able to find some articles and things that it was a common practice. Was it Susu?
In Africa,
yeah.
Ususu, yeah.
Ususu. Anyway, I never thought I'd forget that. But so that was interesting to be able to explain that and show. But Demba was able to provide me all the information, all the money he'd sent, and so it all worked out.
Okay. Yeah, it was really interesting, and I think for me, getting to know him through that too was just the quintessential American dream that you hear about. Coming here, getting citizenship, saving for so long to help his family, getting them set up. And you said it was a 5-bedroom house, that being for his turn and saving up. And then when we were working together, his wife was still trying to get over here from Africa.
Okay.
And so I think it was like a month after closing that she got her visa.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was it was just incredible to be a part of that whole story and see how hard he has worked and how much he's sacrificed and everything he's done to get his family over here.
Yeah, very inspiring.
Yeah.
Very inspiring.
And his family is the cutest.
So they were able to come here from Africa and go right into a home then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Hey, look what I've been doing here. I got you a home. So that's great. Talk to me about that. What was that like to see your family again and to show them the home? Talk to me about that experience.
It was a good experience because I've never lived in a home. We were renting since I was born in a renting house.
Yeah.
So being able to see my family live in their own home, live freely, no one will tell them what to do.
Yeah.
It was a great achievement for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you hear a lot of talk and negative press right now, I think, from people going, oh, young people or first-time home buyers, it's almost, they're never going to be able to own a home now. It's this percentage of income. I see a lot of those come through, and I'm able to help a lot of people with their first home. And I think Demba's story is just such a great story to go, it's not unachievable. It can happen. It takes some discipline.
Hard work.
It takes some hard work, and it takes not buying a $70,000 truck and having a giant payment and maybe some things like that.
There is an order, right? You had a sacrifice to get.
And I think what a cool program that you and your friends were like, how do we help each other out? Yeah. We're all going to pull in and everybody gets a turn. So it's just about being creative sometimes too.
Because if you would have, the money you received was the amount you put in.
Yes.
It wasn't like a gifting program where you ended up with more money. But it was a way for you and your friends to hold each other accountable, and keep each other disciplined. That was the whole point of the program.
Well, and I remember,
I got to send this in because I don't want to hurt my buddy who's getting the money next, or whatever. And so it's just a way to keep them accountable, really. To make sure
and Demba, I remember you saying that if we don't do this, it's so hard because people from back home ask for money too. Yeah. And it's so difficult to say no, I think.
Yeah. When I first started, it was only me, no kids, no wife. I do 2 jobs. Yeah. I work with RC Willie. On weekends, I go to the airport to do some cleaning. So I was able to save a lot of money for them. But when it was my turn to buy, it was tough. Started a family.
Yeah.
And it's not only them that I have to feed. I have to feed my mom, dad. Every month I have to
The
send
people
money.
back home.
Yeah, back home. With all the bills, insurance, and stuff.
You just rely on you. I guess there's just not a lot of work opportunities where you're from.
I already got my mom is engaged in a petty, she will sell groceries. She has a big shop now. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
so
that's
they're
amazing.
on their own now. So every morning she will go to the market, buy some fresh produce,
Yeah.
fish, and people will come and buy stuff from her.
Yeah.
And my younger brother on internet, there's something called
Yes. Yeah.
so I bought 2 boxes for them. My mom was here when she was going. She went with it, $500 each. So he's working with an internet company in my country. So he's supplying internet in all my neighborhood.
Wow.
Wow.
So they're able to
Yeah.
make money on their own now.
Because once they're opened up to the internet, that opens up a lot of possibilities.
Every month people
right?
pay money.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So I am the eldest in the family. So
You are. How
everything-
many siblings?
I have two sisters and 3 brothers.
Okay.
They all depend on me, so
Sure.
I was like, I'll try and help each
Yeah.
one at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they wanting to come to America, or are they happy where they're at?
My younger brother, recently, I was in Africa last November. One of my co-workers at the airport, I saw him, my brother's photo.
Yeah.
I am the shortest in my family.
Yeah.
I have.
You're the shortest?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
I have 2 younger brothers, both sin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I saw this lady, a photo of my brother.
Yeah.
They started talking. Last November we were there. They got married.
Yeah. So one of his coworkers.
Oh,
Yes.
That's awesome.
So hopefully, I don't know when, but because of the immigration issues,
Yeah.
they're still waiting. Hopefully
Okay.
he will be here shortly.
Okay.
Yeah. That's been a hard
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Then you have a sister here.
Yeah, my sister, I brought her here. I was here only 2 years after I brought her here.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a big burden. When you're the eldest in the family, everyone rely on you, so you
Of
have to
course.
work harder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which obviously you've risen to that occasion. You know,
And then some.
And
yeah,
then some.
exactly.
Yeah. Demba's incredible. He's
Yeah, he's
an
a saint.
incredible person to
Yeah.
hold as an example
Yeah.
and just be like, man, if you don't think you can do it,
Yeah.
take a look at this guy.
Yeah.
And then most recently, because the first home we bought is a townhome years ago.
Yeah, this is not the first time they help.
Okay.
So
Keep
then
talking
most
then.
recently
Yeah.
they decided, boy, would it be nice to have a backyard and
Yeah.
not share walls and have a little more room.
So keep going then. Yeah. Talk to me about the more recent transaction. that you-
Yeah, the recent one, I talked to my wife. I think it's a good place, but it's kind of small,
Yeah.
and we want to grow bigger. How about we try another one? At my work, there's something called TSP. It's up to you. Every month, you can tell them, hey, keep 15 or 20% of my pay. They will say it's like a savings. They
Yeah.
just keep it for you. And you
That's
can,
amazing.
Yeah, you can take any time. You just have to pay it back, no interest or anything. So I was like, I think we should try and get another one and rent out this one. So I just go take a $20,000 from, it's your own money, gave it to me.
He called me again.
I think I'm ready for another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd been following up with him.
Yeah.
I keep in touch with all of my
Keep in touch,
clients
yeah.
after and just want to make sure they're doing well. And my specialty is upsizing families that are growing out of their current home, need to either rent or sell that one and get into the next,
Yeah.
which is a little bit trickier than the first time. So poor Demba, the first home that we found him,
Yes,
we
easy.
went and looked at homes, and the first one we walked in, he loved.
Okay.
And we'd had all these other showings set up,
Yeah.
and he was like, nope, this is it.
This is it, yeah.
And so it actually went fairly smooth.
Yeah.
So that was his first experience. But that's not necessarily the average or normal experience. So
Yeah.
the second time, we were looking in a price range that's more competitive, and he would like a home and it would go under contract. Or so it was a little bit harder that way, and then also finding a renter, and maybe Brett, you can speak to that. But it's a little more
So
complicated.
a few moving parts because you had an existing
Yeah, home.
town that you'd like to keep.
Yeah.
And the easier route, but not the way you did it, the way to definitely build more wealth.
Yeah, it helps you
Easier
build
to
your
sell
wealth.
it, and then you have that
Yeah.
down payment. You have a bigger down payment and not that monthly payment still,
Right.
but I'd love to rent it. And so I told them, here's what we're going to need to rent it for. Do you think you can rent it for that? It was actually someone who used to live in the unit,
Yeah.
right?
He was very lucky with that.
And they would love to live in it again, and so they were able to rent it out to them and make all the numbers work out. It all worked out in the end, but it was a little more frustrating this time, I think, for you, because
Demba,
the first one went so fast and easy. But I don't think this one was bad.
No, it was funny because Demba at the closing table was like, "You guys are never going to want to see me again." And I'm like, "Oh, Demba, of all the transactions, this is not the worst."
That was so great. Just like anything, underwriter
So
looks
easy
at the
to work
file
with.
and says, "Oh, now, boy, we like this," or "Can you clarify this?" And so
He's on it.
And Demba's so good to respond quickly and get information.
What was that experience like for you?
For me, I don't have any problem. It was you going out with me the whole day and we're not getting what we wanted. I feel bad for you.
Part of the job.
And she would tell me, no, don't say sorry. It's my job.
Yeah.
It's my job. And she's very patient and she listens to our needs. And if I'm going to buy another house, I'll definitely.
Thank you.
And why do you think that's important then to have a good team? Obviously, a good lender, a good realtor. Did that make your life a little less stressful?
Less stressful because I don't know. I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes to buying homes.
Yeah.
So I need someone who is very helpful, who is patient, and know what they're doing. You know? And they were able to get me through here today. I am very thankful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
And so you were able to buy a new home and make your old home an investment property then?
Yes, so I just rent it out. And I'm very lucky. The previous individual who was living there was renting it. And she was there for a long time. I don't know her. You still get mail coming to my mailbox on her name.
Yeah.
And I know someone. I was like, do you know who used to live here? And they gave me her number. I tell her, hey, I am Demba. I'm now living in your place that you used to live, but I still get mails on your name.
Yeah.
So we exchange numbers. So whenever I get my mail, I will just take it to her.
Yeah.
That's how I got her number.
Okay.
And when I was buying this house, I was worried because I don't know who's gonna rent out this. And I just sent her a quick text. Hey, if you know anyone,
Sure, that would want to rent this?
yeah, you say, I will take it.
Yeah.
I was like,
So she took it. She's I know somebody.
That's a testament to that, like when the right moves are happening, everything just falls into place.
Sure.
I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of times during a transaction, especially when it gets messy or stressful, that you're like, maybe we're making the wrong decision.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not meant to happen because it's stressful. But
Sure.
everything just ends up falling
Kinda
into
coming
place
together.
and working
Sure,
coming together. Yeah.
But there was also a lot of hard work behind the scenes that happened, obviously, with a good team. But you yourself saving that money, because this time you didn't use the same thing you did for that first home.
This one is
but you did it in a way that a lot of people can relate to. In a sense, you just had your employer. You said set aside money then.
Yeah.
So you had so it wasn't like a retirement plan. It
Not
was
like a 401k.
not like a
No,
401k.
it's not, yeah.
It was just more of a forced savings. Essentially.
We have a lot of employees. They're not into the program. It's up to you to do it.
Okay.
I started with 5%.
Yeah.
How smart, because then you're not even realizing it's gone. It's just being saved.
And that's why I like drawing attention to that. I think a lot of people, again, homeownership is hard for a lot of people. Like, hey, I'm spending all this money, I don't have money saved and stuff like that. And I think you just showed a way to do that where, hey, just mentally put it aside, because we all know once we get the money, everybody likes to spend it, right? Once it's in our bank account, it's gone, right? There's all these things we need that we didn't need before. But you're showing us that, hey, okay, just set it aside ahead of time, and then you're able to really have that money. I think that's a great plan. I think
It's great.
it shows your discipline, I think, and I like that a lot.
I think Demba's one of the most disciplined people I've ever met.
I try.
As that older sibling, he's got to set that example, right?
Sets goals and he meets makes his goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not waiting around.
My mentality, it's just hard work. Like when I used to work for RC, deliveries, when you bring your furniture, people will get happy, give you a lot of money. I used to make $200-300 tip
Wow.
every night. There was a day my manager call me in his office. I was scared. I was like, maybe I'm in trouble. You know, he said, Demba, you again. I was like, what did I do? He said, how many compliments did I get from people today?
Wow.
So keep up the hard work. I just believe in hard work. I started working when I was 8 years old because mom sell cold drinks at the market.
Yeah.
Dad is a fisherman. We were not very fortunate. So I am the eldest.
Yeah.
So mom will make cold drinks after school. I'll go to the market,
Yeah.
sell it out. Whatever money we have, we will use it for cook lunch and dinner for the next day.
Yeah.
It was good. And my mom, sometimes she's a cook. Like when there is a wedding or naming ceremony, people will take her, she will go to other places to cook.
Yeah.
I am the elder, so before she goes, she will give me some money. So you're in charge. So I have to go to the market, buy some produce.
Kind of manage everything for the whole family.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
that helps a lot because when I come here, it was easy. I can cook whatever I want. I'm a good cook. So.
Yeah. Good.
I keep waiting for an invite. I keep hearing this.
And right now we are working on getting a place like a restaurant. My
Oh,
wife, so
that's amazing.
Oh, really?
she's
That would be
already
so good.
making some. I'll keep you guys posted.
Please do.
His wife's going to start gardening. That was like her excitement about having a bigger yard. Was getting
Okay.
a garden.
Okay.
So they've got a nice big fenced backyard now.
It's a nice place.
Yeah. And since I've met him, since the first home, they had a baby who is so darling.
He's a troublemaker.
So how many kids do you have?
I have 2 boys.
2 boys. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he
it's
was,
just
he was
cool.
crying like when I was coming. I said, "You cannot." He will take everything down. You know? So you cannot come to this one.
He's
So now
so
you
cute.
work for TSA.
Yeah, TSA.
But you had mentioned a minute ago that you started, it sounds like you started just doing some cleaning at the airport. It led to that?
Yes. So when I was there during the weekend, someone said, "Hey, we're hiring TSA." Okay. Show me the website, and I applied. It took 8 months for them to get back to me.
Wow.
They sent me an email. "Hey, you want to come for an interview?" I said, "What interview?"
You forgot you even applied?
You applied for a job here 8 months ago. So I went. Everything went successful. Background check.
Yeah.
I started working there. After 1 year, I was promoted to a lead officer. So
Yeah. I just want to point out
during
during all of this too, TSA this year has been shut down
it's
or
been-
had to keep working multiple times
It's been
without
tough with,
pay, and so
yeah.
he's had to go through so many hoops to
Sure.
get where he's at, even for the second home today.
Sure.
And I think that's an important part of the story of just never giving up, never,
I never
you
gave
know.
up. Yeah.
It's such a life lesson because I'm sure the person who knew you from cleaning and said, "Hey, you ought to apply," if they didn't know you well enough or get the vibe, "Hey, this person is a hard worker, he's here."
Yeah, it's all
There was
about-
obviously some reason they
Yeah.
said,
There's a-
"Man, Demba ought to come work
Yeah,
for us."
I believe it's hard work because when I went to TSA after 1 year, the amount I do not want to promote. They told me, they forced me, you have to put in for the lead officer.
For a
Yeah,
promotion,
yeah,
and you
like-
didn't want it.
There are some people that have been there for 10, 20 years. They've been
Wow.
applying to be a lead, but they never consider them.
Sure.
For me, my first try,
First try got
I
it.
become a lead. Last year, I was the lead officer of the year. They give you
Like a plaque.
Little plaque. Sure.
put your name
Yeah.
and give you $1,000.
Oh wow,
That's
nice.
good.
That's
It's
awesome.
amazing.
So,
I'm not
yes.
shocked at all.
I think it's not just hard work. Obviously, you're a very hard worker. I also think you're a kind,
Yeah, respectful.
nice. You're respectful to people. You're the opposite of entitled. You don't, and so I think it's a combination of who you are and your hard work.
Brett and I have had this conversation a little bit because we work with all types. And to be honest, I've actually had more first-time buyers in the last 2 years than I did previously. So anybody who's saying it's impossible to get in, that's not true.
Yeah.
A lot of people still are. But there is, in America in general, so much more entitlement. And there was somebody I was working with at the same time as Demba, and they're amazing, but it was such a night and day difference on what they felt they deserved, and what he was just so excited and so happy for any outcome. You know what I mean? And so, again, it's just this incredible lesson of the hard work and the kindness gets you a long way more than entitlement does.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Then, but what, specifically, to first-time home buyers, and really to anybody, but let's go to first-time home buyers. What advice would you give somebody that's overwhelmed or maybe has some issues with down payment or credit or something like that? What advice would you give to somebody that's looking to try to buy a home?
Especially nowadays, they will think it's impossible. I will tell them it is possible. It's just, you know what you want, go for it. Don't give up. work hard, and trying if you can get the right partners.
Yeah.
It can get you. For me, maybe it's not me. I got the right people with me.
Sure.
Because
I think you play a big part.
I have no idea what I was doing or getting into.
Yeah.
But I felt lucky to be in good hands. They've been very helpful.
Good.
Any information, I think I got his number. I always text him.
I love it.
But we should mention this. He was able to refinance after the first
Yeah.
one as
I
well.
forgot there's actually
So
3 transactions.
we've, yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
done
Rates have
several.
dipped to where to lower your payments, a few $100s. I
Yes,
can't remember
yeah,
exactly how
somewhere
much.
like that.
Yeah,
Which, if we hadn't done that,
yeah. He
You
wouldn't
wouldn't,
have qualified for the
have
next
qualified
one.
for this. Put the payment low enough that rents
Okay.
could offset.
And when I moved there, like there was 4 bedroom in there.
Yeah,
There's a guy from my country. He's single, no kids anyway. He came to me, Demba. I've been trying to get a renting place, but it's super expensive, and I've been sleeping in my car. I was like, okay, I think I can be able to help you. I came, gave one of the room to him.
Yeah.
Every month he gave me $700. So
Wow.
yeah.
So that helped.
So it helped him,
you helped
and
him,
he helped
and
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is he back on his feet now?
No, but still,
Yeah.
he when I moved, he moved with me.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
he's still renting with
He
you.
got one of the place in the
One of those.
basement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So that's helps too.
Yeah,
that
that
extra income
helps
for
a
you
lot,
still.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's huge.
It
Everybody
will help.
wins.
It will help free the payment for the.
Yeah, and I think sacrifice. Like
Yeah.
clearly, you've sacrificed to get to where you have to
Yeah.
be, and it doesn't have to be all the time or the
Sure.
whole time, but it's maybe worth being a little uncomfortable for a short amount of time so that you have a long-term outcome of what you want.
For your family back home, with the 5-bedroom house that you built them on the nice sized lot, how rare is that?
It's tough, especially nowadays. Everything is getting expensive.
More expensive at all.
Yeah.
Like you
Because that-
growing up, you had a circle of friends and other families you knew. I'm assuming your family
Yeah, I think
is one of the only
I
ones, if
don't
not
know
the
any
only.
friend who was able to achieve that in my neighborhood. Yeah.
So how amazing.
That is amazing.
It was. I feel good doing because since I was little, that was my only goal.
was your dream.
To help them move out of that place because it was not a good environment. No running water, no toilet. You have to go to the street. There's a public water. Everyone will. But right now, they are not even paying water because there's something called a borehole. I paid for a company, so they got water for free. They don't pay.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Incredible.
Yeah. So my next goal is we have sunshine all year round. Just trying to buy a solar panel so they don't have to pay for electricity.
Oh, wow.
So that they're just
Yeah,
set.
it will cost $2,000. Hopefully, when I'm done with this,
Yeah.
I will
Try to do that.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I feel good helping out because before I came to America, when I graduated high school, my first job was at the library. I was a trainee library assistant.
It's awesome.
So I went to a lot of countries in Africa for training. So whenever I come to work, my worst day when I go home is if someone come to find some materials or information I'm not able to provide or help.
Yeah.
When I go home, I feel bad.
Sure.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's your character. Character.
I appreciate you sharing your story. It's a great story, and I think that's why we wanted to record this, is because I think you can help inspire a lot of people in lots of different ways. We're just talking about home ownership here, but frankly, you're
Life
inspiring in a different
life in general.
life in general. I agree. Just on different things that you can do.
Yeah. So just to go back to my advice to them, it's doable. If you want to buy a house as a first-time owner, it's doable.
It's doable. Good.
Happen because sometimes you just have to cut. One of my co-workers, I was just talking to her, about 23, 24 years old. So car payment is $800 every month.
Wow.
I was like,
It's expensive.
yeah. So if you have that, it's going to be very impossible to save up money to
Yeah.
buy a home.
Yeah. And the car goes down in value.
Yeah.
Houses typically go up.
Oh, every
Right? And so obviously it's get your priority straight. It's not that you can't have that car, but later down the
There's
road.
a step-
Right? If you
step
can
by
delay
step.
things, I think delayed gratification, right? We all want what our parents had sometimes, right? And so give it time, I think. It
Sure.
takes time to build that. and maybe do friends too with that, and the Susu thing or whatever. That's pretty cool. How many were participated in that?
It was about 25 or 30 of us.
Okay, so there's 25 or 30
somewhere,
of you.
and every week we give out $500 somewhere around there. I'm not sure the exact amount.
And so at what point does that group dissolve?
Whenever it will take 2 months or 3 months for all of us to get our money back.
Yeah.
So whenever it finishes, they will start up another one.
Okay.
So when I got my money, I told them I'm going to take a break. Because there's no way buying that house and be able to contribute $500 now.
Yes.
It's going to be impossible.
Yeah.
So I just took my money and back out, and they continue. Still now they're doing it.
Yeah.
But again, a group of people that have the same goal of needing something.
Yeah.
I think that's obviously that came from your culture. But that's something that people here can do. That's not. And
It
from
takes
a lending
a lot of
standpoint,
trust too.
it does take a lot of trust. Sure. Yeah. Because maybe you pay the 500 or you get your 500 and then you're out, right? So you have to trust the people.
Yes, it's
right?
all trust.
There's like an administrator.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have someone we trust. Brett will be the soul. Everyone will give money to Brett.
Sure.
And every week Brett will call, hey, you will be the next one on Friday.
Okay.
I'll give you the money.
Okay. So you do have somebody that kind of administers it and trusts it. Okay. I love that.
It's the first I'd ever heard of it. Brett hadn't, when we were trying to make sure everything was qualified and ready to go, and underwriting was interesting with that one because it's not a common.
We were educating them too. They
Yeah.
had never heard of it.
But so talk to me about that part of things, the lending
So I was
side.
able to show that, and I can't remember what the figure was. Let's say it's $5,000 or whatever the ultimate amount was. I could show he had a history of paying in all that $10,000, $500 at a time.
Yeah.
And then I got some information from the administrator.
Yeah, I have to provide all those information.
Found a couple articles. Yes, this is very common in these cultures to do something like this.
No, it's like Brett.
But the fact we could see, okay, that's an actual thing. There's an administrator. There's money going in every month.
We just had
And
to
then he
have
got the money out from that
record
person.
of every.
So it was.
Yeah, and I told him I cannot explain. You have to go to Google.
Yeah, this is too complicated.
Well, I think at first both of us were like, "Is he being scammed?"
Yeah,
we were so worried
Because it's unusual for us.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
not
I don't even
common.
know if I told you this, and don't say the name because I can't remember what it was, and we don't want to say it here. But whoever that administrator was, I put in the name, and there was another person with the same name or very similar. That came up in my Google search. That was a person with a bad background. So I'm like, oh no! So I called. I think I think this money's all gone. And luckily that was not the same person. Just a similar name or the same name. But So that really freaked us out. We were just going to be so heartbroken if your money was gone.
Yeah, because everything had gone so smooth, and he'd found his house right away for that first one. So we were like, it was all
Did
good.
I ever tell you that?
But then the end with underwriting was a little bit. We don't tell that side until later.
That was just a moment. It was just however long it took us to realize it was a day or something. To realize
It's
it was
our
a totally
job to
different-
take on the freaking out on the backside and not let our clients. And it was the same when I was a hairdresser. You're like doing a color and you're like, I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good.
Sure.
But
I didn't know Demba then as well as I do now, but I could tell he's a sharp, intelligent, educated guy. And I could tell he had you had a lot of confidence.
yes.
I know where my money's going.
Yeah.
I know who the administrator is. This is all my friends. It's that I wasn't as worried maybe as I would have been.
Sure.
But I was like, but it got resolved quickly. And the fact he felt so confident.
It helped me. That was the only way that I could have done, because if the money was in my pocket, how many calls I got every day?
For money.
Because people out there are struggling.
Do you still get those phone calls?
Yeah, like
no.
every day I get calls. And my biggest problem is saying no.
Yeah.
So as long as the money is in me, I'm gonna give it away. So that's why the moment I get the money,
You have somebody else to take
aside,
care of
whether
it.
work or with this Susu.
Yeah.
Which, again, way to think outside the box, I think, as far as just different ways to accomplish the goal. I think if you have a goal, and you had a goal, right? Homeownership was a goal for you. And so you worked a way to achieve that.
Yes.
That is not something that I had heard of personally. Obviously, these guys hadn't heard of it either. And you were able to make it happen. So good job.
Thank you.
And hopefully this inspires others to know there's other ways to do things. Hey, if you have this goal, I think you can reach it. And so...
And on my side of getting to see the whole progression, it was so fun to meet his wife when she finally got to come over and they'd had their baby. They came for one of our events that we had Christmas, like Santa pictures.
Sure,
But then also her getting to be a part of looking at this next house, because
Yes.
the
Okay.
first one, he was like setting it up for them
Sure, sure.
to come out. But this one she got to be a part of, and that I think was fun too.
And she did play a great role in this one, because there was a time I almost gave up.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
was like, you know
He
what?
didn't almost. He did. He texted me and said, "I think it's not working
We're going to
out."
take a break.
Since you don't get a car, let's just use this money and buy you a car. She said, nope, I don't need a car. Let's go for the
Yeah.
house.
Let's go for the house.
She wanted that garden.
Yeah.
A good wife helps.
Yeah,
then,
she
that's
helps,
right.
so, yeah.
Yeah, and
It's-
she's
it's-
lovely. And getting to see
Yeah.
your kids
Yeah.
run around and get excited
Yeah.
about the house
Mhm.
and check out the rooms and stuff, that was really fun.
It's just getting the right people. For me, luckily, I got the right people
Sure.
to help me through
Sure.
the project, and I'm very appreciative.
Good.
Yeah, I'll just say thank you once again.
Well, we're appreciative of you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey.
Fun to be involved. Did a great story.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for both of you for helping him and this thing. And like I said, I think this can be inspiring for a lot of people. So I appreciate you sharing this. Is there anything we didn't cover before we kind of wrap up that you wanted to share?
I think we got everything.
Think we got everything?
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thank you
you coming
very
on.
much. I'm glad to be here.
Good.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to From Rents to Roots. I hope today's episode gave you insight, confidence, and maybe even a little inspiration on your homeownership journey. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who might find it helpful. And if you're ready to take the next step in buying a home or just have questions, reach out to me or my team at Work Hard Mortgage. We'd love to help you on your path to homeownership. Until next time, keep working hard, keep building your future, and we'll see you soon.